come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all digits. That's saying something.
Stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Go on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline. Product of NC State, it's Jacoby Brissett.
And I thought it was a really nice passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline. When they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete.
False start, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Brissett sets to throw it. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Defensively, we check the starters now for Denver. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. That pressure on the QB is key.
Let's go!
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? And that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run with Booker. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Case Keenum, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
On here, Brandon McMahon at the point after. McManus's point after is good, and it's now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Brissett now on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
A look at the numbers for Doyle from a week ago. 7 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
Let's go!
Brissett on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 2nd down. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Throwing, Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And he whips that one incomplete there.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, you were just alluding to it. They had the lead. Don't try anything silly. Run the ball, but they opted to throw it incomplete.
And now the punt, as a result, is really compressed, isn't it? So the mechanics have to be perfect. Snap, and he's got to get rid of it fast.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. Third down now to follow.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On third down, Brissett got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he's got it past the 30, but he's hit and dropped. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion. And
can't get away, and he's taken down. Sewer Cravens. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, Brissett. His throw incomplete. T.Y. Hilton. The intended receiver, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force